You know, gaming has changed a lot over the years. There was a time, believe it or not, when Twitch was not around, YouTube was not around. Gaming was just that, gaming. You sat around, you played video games, you really didn't watch. I mean, the only watching would be when you were waiting for your sibling or friend to get off the console so that your turn was up to play the next round of Super Smash Bros. But of course, you know that things like that have changed. Now people actually do watch videos a lot on video games. I mean, you're doing it right now. You're watching me play Sonic Superstars and really not be very good at the game because it was my second time playing through. I love platforming games, but I'm not a platforming god, okay? Please take it easy on me. Yeah, watching videos on games has just become so big, and you know, if there was ever a time when you saw that things were trending in the direction of people really watching a lot of hours of Twitch streams and YouTube videos on video games, if you actually ever said, hey, one of these days, gamers are going to spend more time watching other people play video games rather than just play games. And if people thought you were crazy for saying that, let me be the first person to tell you that you were actually 100% correct. Yeah, so there is new research by an organization called Midia Research. I've actually looked at them from time to time. They do have pretty cool articles, pretty cool research on things like this, like gaming and tech. Well, they just dropped a new report called The Case for In-Game Video Platforms. Yeah, they're actually making the case or the argument that it would actually be in the best interest of video game publishers and developers to bring video sharing and video watching platforms directly to their gaming platform. You might think that's kind of odd, but the reason they actually got to that is exactly what I'm talking about here. So in this research, they talk about how they actually found that the typical gamer spends 7.4 hours a week actually playing video games, and they actually spend 8.5 hours a week watching videos on games, watching gaming related videos. Whether that be videos such as this right here, or like a video tutorial or a video stream. And then they actually went on to talk about how basically platforms like YouTube and Twitch are kind of taking a lot of this revenue and how this is kind of an untapped gold mine for gaming publishers. Basically, you got people sitting down playing games. Why not just have video platforms right on these gaming platforms? I have to say it is a crazy idea, but it's also an idea that I think it's absolutely correct. Yeah, I mean, gamers, people who call themselves gamers, they've got consoles and, they've even got, PCs, phones, whatever, and they use them to watch videos. And a lot of the times, just like I talked about a week ago in that video when I talked about how Microsoft Edge wants to be more gaming friendly, they use it for like in-game tutorials even while they play video games. So this research is kind of making the point that they think that these video game companies should capitalize on this, kind of make their own YouTube within games. I think that kind of does make sense. It sounds absolutely crazy, but it is revenue that is going from, Xbox, Nintendo, whatever, and it's just going to YouTube and Twitch. But yeah, overall, that was kind of the takeaway for me, though, was that, yeah, people actually now spend more hours and more time overall watching video game related videos rather than just playing them. Maybe that brings out like my inner boomer, but I just think it's a bit ridiculous to spend actually more time watching rather than playing. It's a bit odd. But these are the times. It is what it is. The statistics do not lie. And I do just want to point out, they don't just say people. It's not just people spend more time watching videos on games rather than playing them. I mean, they're specifically talking about people who would consider themselves gamers. So yeah, the trends are definitely changing. It is interesting because I have to think about, all of the time in the past week that I've spent playing video games versus watching videos on them. I mean, I never watch streams ever, but I do watch like tutorials and stuff like that every now and then, or like gaming news type stuff. So there's definitely some truth to it. I don't know if I watch more of these videos rather than play, but who knows? It is clear though, like I said, the stats don't lie. People now officially spend more time watching videos on games than actually playing them. Now the question is, how much effort will these gaming publishing companies actually put into doing exactly what was suggested, making a video platform kind of on their gaming platform so that they can capture that revenue. I'm sure these ideas have been tried in the past and maybe in the present, but with statistics like this, I'm sure we'll see a lot more of it in the future.